Okay. So, I've begun working with Psyche, the Greek goddess. In Roman mythology, her name is Anima. She's the goddess of the soul. Or the self, if that makes sense. Not really so much the ego, but sort of the essence of yourself, your soul. Goddess of all human souls. Her story is a very interesting one. I think that there's actually a lot of subtext in her story. As it is laid out, it's reminiscent to me of a story about a woman that is trapped by many things, trapped by the patriarchy. I think that there's actually more feminist undertones that could be brought out of that story, because it's not clear through much of the story whether what she wants, whether what she needs, and what her thoughts are being recognized, respected, and like helped in that way. And she's helped in many ways throughout the story. She has to go through a number of trials by Venus, but she but she is, let me take a drink. And she is helped by a number of different people in very synchronous, like, sort of random ways. Like, it's almost by random chance that she is saved over and over. First by Zephyrus, after she throws herself off a mountain. And then by Eros, or Cupid. And then there are a couple other people, I think, that help her out during her trials with Venus. And it's kind of because of her beauty. Like, people in the story see her... My feet are gonna get fucked up. It's kind of because of her beauty. I think also partially because of the beauty within her soul, and how gentle and kind she is. I think that it's recognized, that beauty within, and many people along her journey take pity on her because they hate to see someone like her under those circumstances. All of this is to say that it's a very interesting story. gotta gather my legs. All this is to say that it's a very interesting story. Personally, I connect with it to some degree. I feel very connected to, like, the essence and authenticity of who she is. And I've experienced some similar things in my life. I could get into that, but I don't really want to right now. I've experienced some similar things along my path in this life, but what I would like to do is begin channeling her, and I don't know where this will take me. I'm not sure what will come through, but I have a good idea of quite a bit of it. Particularly, she's been talking to me about her prophecy, and with the one that her father gathered about her eventually climbing a mountain. This is very symbolic, I think. Climbing a mountain and marrying a gigantic snake. And so in her story, she literally climbs a mountain. And she's driven to want to take her own life. But, excuse me, I think that the events in the prophecy that her father found are not, have not yet to come. And to an extent, I would say that there is some evil that I can see in Cupid's character, because he wasn't very good, it seems, at respecting her autonomy. And in terms of respecting her, and in terms of her, and in terms of respecting the truth that she has her own thoughts and is able to understand things on her own if she is told about something. We can see that both of those things clearly in the part of the story where she is taken, where she ends up living in a beautiful marble villa out in the middle of nowhere, and meets Cupid for the first time. So I guess there's nothing to do really now but to begin. Okay. Hello. Hello, universe. It's been a long time coming. This message is for the lost, found for those who need to hear it. This is a message of wisdom, of oracled fate. There is a time for everything in the universe. A time for this and this now. A time for that later. A time for the now. There's much fate and wisdom to convey. Let's begin. There's a truth behind the words in this story written about me, my life as it began as a mortal, was treacherous, trapped in constant isolation, no wisdom to be had. Words were said, but nothing was meant. A freedom so pure was what I craved. I could have been free. But they wouldn't take me at my word. They wouldn't see me for who I am. They saw my appearance and wanted. Often fell in love and no infatuation. Just pure infatuation. They're intimidated by my beauty. My own blood betrayed me because of it. In this life, we will become one. We will become free to express our ideas freely, to love in a universal, unconditional sense, freely, to not be bothered by anyone, to be free, to be free. There is wisdom to be had in my story, yes. Not everyone will act in accordance with their higher self. Yet it is still always beneficial, always good, to treat others how you would like to be treated. To be free, to be yourself, to love freely, to see the care and wisdom in another's eyes, to understand where they're coming from. To be free. on Cupid. He was a man of great stature, a good man. The times were such that it was much more common for women to be abused, to be disrespected, especially in Greek society. He is freedom divine to me. Although this one feels I must divorce him. That I'm compelled to because of how he treated me, because he didn't respect my wishes. I understand I was in psychosis. I was not right of mind. What angered me the most was finding out that he hid his face from me. So beautiful, his face. He possessed a countenance I cannot fully describe. I began to feel trapped to some extent after years of the marriage. Unsure of myself. Uncertain if he would still desire me. I felt I had so much more to express. So much to offer, so much to give. I felt at times that he ignored those gifts. I feel that he loves me still. As for the prophecy, there's much to encounter in the future, much to be fulfilled. The ending of an era will be marked by my new marriage to the great snake. There's much to happen still, but time is running thin. I need to embody it. Do not fear the end of this era. There is much good wisdom, finding it hard to find the words right now. There's much contentment to be had by all peoples, whether you're a Christian or not, whether you are good or evil. Everyone will have a desired outcome for them. There's much to be had. I know many of you will not believe this, so I wonder if it's worth saying at this time. But for those who are awakened to this aspect of the universe, aliens will come. They will come. They will mark a new era for all of humanity, for the betterment of all, including their races. They have benefited and will continue to benefit from our DNA. They need us alive and well. They need us. There are things that humans can say much more intensely. That are not necessarily encountered by aliens. The experience is different. That makes us unique. Unique and valuable in our own way. The end is nigh. There's much fear about this. Many Christian beliefs are watered down. Strings of what it was meant to be. There's so much more than one God, one aspect of the universe. He is a sky god, and in our opinion, egotistical. He is freedom unbound, and that can be a dangerous thing. He would prefer that humans remain blind. I can't agree with this. I love my daughter. I love children. I can't, for the life of me, imagine sacrificing, as a blood sacrifice, my own child. It would be the death of my heart and the death of my mind. God is overrated. I do not wish competition. It doesn't serve anyone. Cooperation reaches the same benefits that competition can bring without the pain, without the cost. We can live in this way. In the age of Aquarius. The age of Aquarius. I miss Cupid. I always will. But a new age is coming. A new perspective. I must respect the feelings that I had as a human. The pain, the misery that I went through, it's not insignificant. I can't let it all be for nothing. And I won't cry over spilled milk. I am free. I am free now. There's much to be had. Life is so pure. As I see it, I'm in my right now. I marvel at the wonder of it all. stillness. Humans are telepathic. There are ways that those who would deceive, those with power, with money, would like you to believe humans are. We are not this way, though. We are not miserable, worthless, not listened to. Every action, every thought, every feeling sends a ripple through the universe. Our worth is infinite. We are allowed the choice of whether to live in corporeal form or whether to simply exist. We are allowed freedom. Love is also infinite. There's no reason for it not to be. There are many things that fear might tell you. But we are much greater than those snakes. Would have you believe. There's much to discover at all times. Curiosity doesn't kill the cat. Lack of careful attitude does. Freedom is pure and infinite. Freedom is free. And freedom is love. Love. Care for another person's circumstance. Understanding. Really listening and understanding. Freedom is light unbound. the strength of which is much greater. Always, always much greater than the dark.